Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come With Me, Dry Bright. Hope I find you all well. I've had a good week. Obviously there's no football for the next couple of weeks or so. So I thought it was a good opportunity to have a little recap to where on the season where we are so far and have a chat about the board and Ruben Selles, Chris Wilder, where we are now. And of course, it's the anniversary of George Baldock's passing as well. A very sad situation, and obviously our thoughts are with George's family and his friends at this moment in time. And George is obviously sadly missed by everybody at the football club and other clubs as well that we played for, MK Dons and teams like that. They'll be having their own tributes as well. How much we could have done with a player of George's calibre in our team right now with his ability, attitude, determination, his enthusiasm. We'd have loved him to be still around and in our team right now. And he's obviously sadly missed by everybody. So wherever you are, George, if you're looking down on us, rest in peace. Hope we can get the club and get turned around and get back up the table and put a smile on people's faces again. So rest in peace, George. Now, I just want to do a little recap on where we are at the season so far and just have a little re-talk about the board back in June when they decided they want to change in direction for Leeds. And obviously they decided to, by mutual agreement, as these agreements are nowadays, decided to release Chris Wilder and appoint Ruben Selles. Why? I don't know. Like I said in previous videos, I've looked into all this with Ruben Selles and his past performances and all the rest of it, and I couldn't work out why they chose Ruben Selles. If they want to make a change of direction, but clearly they got it wrong in selecting Ruben Selles. Why they happened to choose him, I've no idea. I've said before previously, academically, it was absolutely sound, but what he's produced on the back of that has been nothing. So why they chose to go down that route, that's up to them. But it's water under the bridge now. They reappointed Chris Wilder. Rightly, I think he's the man at this conjuncture to take us or add some stability to the football club, considering where we are now. And hopefully we can stabilise ourselves somewhere, up the Championship League table, wherever that's going to be. I don't know. Just to retrack on Ruben Selles, he was sacked after 6 games, lost every single one, and the final one, that brutal hammering at Ipswich Town 5-0, which resulted in his sacking around the 14th of what was it, September, something like that, and then reappointed Chris Wilder a day later. So where we are now, obviously Chris has got a big job on his hand. Make no mistake about that. He's admitted himself that this job is going to be a lot bigger than he all thought. The team are absolutely devoid of all confidence. He's proven that with even Chris's games that he's played for, only won 1 and lost the other 3. Whether the system's wrong, whether the recruitment, the scattergun, panic buying in the transfer market, I think if Chris had been involved in that, it wouldn't have happened. 100%. The recruitment wouldn't have happened. Who would have brought in? They wanted to go down this AI route. I'm part agreement with that it can be a tool to be used, but obviously they've got it wrong big time, and there's players at this football club who shouldn't be here. Chris Wilder's already alluded to that he's already had, he's drawn up what he wants for January. He's putting it to the board. Perhaps they've already got that now, the players that he doesn't want at the football club and the players who he does want at the football club, which is really neat. We desperately need the midfield sorting out at this conjuncture. Got 2 young lads in midfield like Pecky and Matos, very young lads, but they're lacking experience. And I agree that Tom Davies is going to be a good addition to him, to the squad for his experience. But the problem we've got is that how long can we keep him fit? It's like, treading on broken glass a little bit. He's going to have to be careful with him, how many minutes you put into his legs. And it's the same with Danny Ings as well, up front. We're desperately going to need somebody up front as well in the January transfer window. And it's quite alarming as well. We've got a bit of a worry at left back because Harrison Burrows is completely out of form and lacking total confidence. That penalty miss will not done him any good whatsoever at Hull City. He'll be suffering from that. His confidence will be really down. Obviously, they're going to have to get into him this next fortnight, Chris and the team, and try and get some confidence back. But the point is, all the players have to take responsibility from the position that we're in as well. It's not just about Chris and Alan Neil and the team. It's just about the players as well. They've got to look in the mirror. They've got to dress themselves down. They're partly to blame for us to be in this situation. So they've got to get themselves out of it as well. I've alluded to it before. You can talk the talk as much as you like on the training ground, but when it matters on a Saturday afternoon or whether it's a Tuesday or Friday, they've got to step up, get their head into gear and start winning games of football, because the longer this goes on, it's going to be an absolute disaster for Sheffield United. I did say back in a few videos ago, when I said if the board didn't sack Ruben Selles at the time, they could put this club back 10 years. And it could very well happen if they get relegated into League One. It could be an absolute disaster for this football club if they got relegated again. We haven't got a right to be in this division. You've seen what happened with Luton Town. You've got to find a way to win football games. Keeping it at one end, scoring it, like Hull did against us last week. We should have got something out of that game, definitely. But if you don't score, you don't win. And creativity is a big part of our problem at the minute, isn't it? So we've got to try and get that right. It's worrying. I'm not saying... I'd love to know what your thoughts are and put them in, because do you think we're in a relegation battle right now? I've had one or two comments saying people think we are. I'm holding back from that. I think the next 6 games are absolutely vital before the next international break. I've looked at the fixtures. The next game is at Watford at home. And then we've got Blackburn away. And then we've got Preston away. That's 3 games in a week between 18th and 24th of October. Saturday, Tuesday, Friday. And we've got to get something out of those games. Watford have just sacked the manager as well. So they've reappointed an old manager, as we did with Chris Wilder. Paolo Pacino, he's gone. And they've replaced him by Javid Garcia, who was their previous manager. So he's back in charge. Whether they're going to have a boost from that, who knows? But then again, they're not in good form. So it's a good opportunity for Blaze to pick points up. Absolutely. So we've got to get some confidence, go for Watford in our next home game and get that elusive win that we desperately need. So those 3 games in a week are vital. And then we've got Derby at home, Coventry away, and Queen's Park Rangers at home. Coventry's going to be tough. They're flying out of the top of the league, playing well. So that's going to be a tough game. We'll have to rise to the occasion with that. Then after that, we've got the local derby against Sheffield Wednesday. So lots to play for, lots of points to play for. We've got to find a way to win. Get some... Anyway, I don't mind if we play poorly and win, as long as we get results, and that's all that matters at the end of the day, and try and get us back up that league table as soon as possible. I think us fans have got a big part to play in that as well. I think it's really important that we get behind the team, we get behind the players. I know they're lacking a bit of confidence and all that, but it can change quickly. If we can get in front and get an early goal and start playing with a bit of freedom, if we can. It's up to us fans, like I've always said before, we're always going to be there. The owners, the caretakers of this football club for now until they sell it. The managers come and go, players come and go. But at the end of the day, us fans are there through thick and thin. We're all there on this big roller coaster ride, watching the Blades, as it always is. There's always something going off with Blades, isn't there? But, you know, all us fans at home and all you guys who go away are absolutely fantastic. They make a lot of noise, and we've got to get behind the team, all of us, you know, and support them. Get behind Chris and Alan Neil and Mark Prestridge. Give them all the support we can, and make it a fortress at home again. That's the only way we can actually do it. We can play our part. We can be the 12th man, and we can do that. And so I'll urge all our fans to come on, get behind the team. Let's do our job as well as the players, and show them that we're behind them, and we can get up that league table as soon as possible. But we're in a difficult position. You know, we played 9. We only won 1. We've lost 8. We only scored 3 goals. Conceded 16, minus 13. It's awful. Absolutely awful. We've got to find the players have got to step up. Like I said, they've got to find a way. They've got to start playing with a little bit of confidence. If you ain't got none, you've got to find some. And let's hope we can just find that win from somewhere and get us back up that table as quickly as we possibly can. So if we all stick together, all as one, and we can try and, you know, get up that table as quick as we can, can't we? So look, thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Put your comments in. I'd love to know what you're thinking, and carry on liking, subscribing to the channel, and get it out there and promoting it. We're growing. I can't believe we're storming towards 2,000 subscribers. That is absolutely fantastic. So I really, really appreciate everybody who does that, who joins and hypes the channel, and keep us moving forward. I really appreciate your help and your support doing this. It's been absolutely fantastic. So thank you for that. And of course, it's like I said early on, it's George's anniversary of his death. I've been in a year. You know, rest in peace, George. I put a little bit on at the end for George, as we all know. Keep watching to the end, and a bit of a tribute to George, and wish all his family and friends well for the foreseeable. So up the Blades. I'll speak to you soon, and let's hope we can get that win against Watford in our next home game. Up the Blades.
Sing along or no?
I think they'll join in, yeah, I don't know. Right.
There's a star running down the right. His name is Georgie Baldock, and he's fucking dynamite. There's a star running down the right. His name is Georgie Baldock, and he's fucking dynamite. Make the Blades fans lose it. Make the Blades fans boogie. Everything will be alright. Hey!